Hi. Well, here we are. It is, in fact, Tuesday. Today is Tuesday. That's correct. Second day of the week. And here we are once again in the room known as Away, in the house known as Ororoki, in an undisclosed location in San Antonio, Texas. And I have some songs to play and some babbling to do, and we'll see what happens from there. I should probably do like the responsible party thing. Make sure we're tuned. We tune because we like you. Yes, Tuesday on a week that does appear to go on forever. It basically goes Monday, 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 Tuesday, Monday, 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 Friday, Saturday, Monday. And here we are. So, first song. Let's do this. Not organized, but this being the 6-week wall in the pandemic polka, I'm not terribly surprised by that. Thought I'd do something a little thoughtful. I bought some pants today to see if I still could. The form filled out okay. My credit card was good. The pants came in the post. I hope that they still fit. They were on sale the most. I'd saved up quite a bit. And you can get some too, my sweetest friend. The internet has made it far too quick for us to spend. And I could do this too for you with just one glance. Yes, I could do this too. Yes, I will buy you pants. I can't believe you all sat through that. I can't believe I sat through that. But we need some goofy stuff today. Things are being weird and challenging. And my job, in the words of the famous philosophers, what am I? Some kind of clown here to entertain you? Yes. Yes, I am. That's okay. How are y'all? I'm seeing the number keeps going up here. I'm assuming some of y'all have actually come here from the Renaissance podcast listy thing that my friend has, that my friend is keeping up there, Nicole, also known as Gwendolyn. I actually wrote a theme song for the Gwendolyn show, and it's up on my Patreon page. I might do it one day over here just because I probably want to like fill some airtime or something like that. But for those of you who are not used to this That is not the only kind of song I do here. I am doing one other folk song in this set, and then 2 original songs, and then we'll call it good. It's about the same as a 20-minute set. Philosopher at large, that's right. What do you mean by that? What do you... That's it! Chaos fight cloud. Don't you wish sometimes you could just make a fight cloud, you and your friend? Even if you're just play fighting, you just make a fight cloud, big cloud, and you have fists and arms, and, like a hand with a mallet and a book and a shoe sticking out of it randomly. You could pull other friends into a fight cloud. It would actually be a great way to get out of a fight, is if you could generate a fight cloud and just take that fight cloud with you. You'd be escaping undercover, as it were. But I digress. There are a few Renaissance festivals and historically themed events happening now. And if you're going to any of them, please be careful. Mask up for the good of the realm. Mask up, wash your hands, all that goodness. Yeah, some morning sticky whack looks like that. But I digress. I swear we're going to carve that on my... Sorry. Hit a button. We're going to carve that on my tombstone. That was the official technical screw-up. It's not a Troubadork show unless there is at least one official technical screw-up, and that was it, apparently. Let's get to the actual song. Hey! All right. Yeah. All right, let's do this. Second song. Here we go. This is a take on Nirvana's take on a David Bowie tune, because I don't have the amplifiers to do proper David Bowie tune. So that's the way that is, and that's okay. I met him at the fair. We spoke of where and when, although he was not there. He comped me as a friend, which came as some surprise. My act never caught his eye. I thought he'd driven home a long, long time ago. Oh no, not me. I never change my clothes. Your face to face with a man who lives at Faire. I laughed and shook his hand and drank from his own flask. Went back to my homeland. Then I knew what I should have asked. I gazed a gazely stare at all the folks at Faire. We should have driven home a long, long time ago. Oh no, not us. We never change our clothes. Your face to face with the folks who live at Faire. Oh no, not me. I never change my clothes. Your face to face with the man who lives at Faire. I have to honestly say that's one of the best performances of that song I've done. I played that song one time at a festival environment as a patron, I might add. Didn't actually have a show, but they let me bring this, and they said, now, no busking. And I said, that's okay. I don't think anyone's going to want to give me money for what I'm about to do. And then I played my friend from Faire at Scottish Court, and I played this song, Standing outside the privies waiting for my wife on the afternoon. The fruit vendor was very entertained, so that's good. Thank you, Miranda. Yeah, that's like, I don't do a lot of pretty songs. I do more pretty songs now than I did, but this was like one of the first pretty songs that I learned how to do on this implement. So, see, I'm more than a one-dimensional cartoon character. No, I'm at least a two-dimensional cartoon character. The next song I'm gonna do is one of my faves, and hopefully one of yours. And if Kay is out there, Kay is going to make noises, because it is, in fact, this one right here. This was inspired by the webcomic that you see right here, off to my right, your left. And this was early in the pandemic. This was right up in March. I think I pretty much wrote this in March. And we don't have 3D internet yet. Well, if we had 3D internet, that would mean that we'd be able to email somebody a slap upside the head. And I think the nature of the internet would change dramatically, don't you? Think about it. Modern problems call for modern solutions. Let me get this notes up, just because we're in the middle of this thing and not all of us are operating at full capacity here. I'm scrolling through the songs that I've written, that I have in here, called My Songs. Like, geez, that's a big stack now than bigger stack than it used to be. Where the heck are you? I know I wrote you. It's actually kind of hilarious that I'm having trouble finding the song in the Great Shuffle. So I use Evernote, by the way. I use Evernote to keep track of my songs, because it's easier that way, assuming that I can. Here we are. I got it now. We got it. We got it here. Just pull this up. Yeah. Yeah. Platypus, postman. Platypus, postman. Neither rain nor snow nor sleet nor hail can make the platypus postman fail. Even in a flood he's still not stuck, 'cause the platypus postman swims like a duck. Platypus postman. Platypus postman. Even through the mud they can't be beat. Yeah, they never sink because of their web feet. Not a dog will chase him or leave a mark, 'cause the hounds are too darn confused to bark. Platypus postman. Platypus postman. In the coldest rain they won't demur. They're protected by their thick coarse fur. My favorite verse: of all the post carriers on the scene, only one of them is a monotreme. I went there. Platypus postman. Platypus postman. Platypus postman. Believe in the platypus postman. I wanted to end that pretty. Every time I play this song, it's like, who am I channeling? Because like a lot of other semi-talented people and some very talented people, you write a song, you find yourself writing a song like someone else would be performing it. Because, well, I have this klaxon-like tenor voice and this face, and I am not your basic rock star. I mean, even Meatloaf would look at me and go, dude, seriously? But this one sounds to me an awful lot like early Jerry Garcia, maybe, like early in the set Fish, something like that. I kind of like it. It's got three of my favorite chords in the whole wide world: the F chord, the G chord, and the C chord. And you will see a lot of that in a lot of my songs. I used to be worried about having certain song chords patterns repeat themselves, and then I remember the wisdom of Mr. Kinky Friedman when he said, "I love all of Tom T. Hall's songs and both of his melodies." So, is it already that time? It is. This Pants is a short song, so there's a lot of it's not as deep a show. I can talk about this real quick. I am working on yet another project because I have found that if you're not getting any headway on a project, start another one. See what happens. And this particular project is a podcast. It'll be a series of 13 episodes of Ask Philo T. Headbecker Kneecap, Redneck Romancer. He's in a little county down in northern southeastern Texas, and we have one episode up right now on anchor.fm/The Adequate, because it made no sense to put a whole another anchor.fm channel together for it, and you ask Philo a question, and he will probably answer it eventually. So that should be fun. And if you have any questions for Philo T. Headbecker Kneecap, that's Philo Thibodeau Headbecker Kneecap. There's a grandma Kneecap, my grandpa Headbecker. They got married and they had a whole lot of monogram stuff already, each of them, and they figured rather than one of them having to drop an initial, they just bolt another one on. Since I already had a bunch of Sharpie markers, they just set to putting an extra initial in there with the dash either in front of or behind, as was appropriate, and after 6 or 7 tries, they got pretty good at it. You can drop me a line either on my Facebook IM or at The Adequate Podcast or pod@theadequate.com or stuff like that. Now, the last song that I'm actually going to do, now that I've padded out this show to a sufficiently respectable length, is one of my faves. But in order to do this song, there is something very important that I do require. I'll be right back. Talk amongst yourselves. I am now not on stage. And we're back. Yep, I have to have the hat. Why? Because... there's auto-generated captions? Oh, lordy. I can't wait to see what that looks like. I didn't realize you had a captioning thing on. That'd be lovely. Yeah, talk. This is a song that does require the hat because it is a song... It is a happy song. It is a happy song. A happy German song. Yeah. It is a song, very happy song, sung by happy people. A happy little song of drunkenness, gambling, and defenestration. And how the last can be such a useful solution to so many of life's problems. I was gambling in Helsinki, down upon mine luck. Owed a lot to these big Flemish guys, I felt that I was stuck. I thought I was a goner, sure surrounded by mine foes. Then I remembered Hasselhoff, and he solved all mine woes. For he taught the very valuable Hasselhoff maneuver. Just grab them by the crotch, once and throw them out the window. A lovely way to get above whatever makes you blue. Just grab them by the crotch, once and throw them out the window. It's amazing what a little flick of wrist and arm can do. Well, I made my way out of there and I fled down to the bar. I happily sipped lager, maybe 2 or 15 jars. Some massive Swedish mercenaries spoke ill of my ma. I did not think I could escape this peril quite unscarred. And then I remembered the Hasselhoff maneuver as developed by the German master of defense, Oskar Hasselhoff, from which, if done properly, there is no defending at all. I grabbed him by the crotch, Won't I throw him out the window? A lovely way to get above whatever makes you blue. Just grab them by the crotch once and throw them out the window. It's amazing what a little flick of wrist and arm can do. I had gathered quite a crowd by the great feat I did perform. I ordered me another round, for I had grown quite warm. When time to pay the bill came, pleas for credit were all scorned. And though I tried to stand mine ground, mine fate was quite forewarned. Because little did I know, this very tavern in which I was at the time of this story, in this song, had hired a temporarily unemployed Oscar Hasselhoff, German Master of Defense, as their bouncer. I was thrilled. Master Hasselhoff, guten Abend, wie geht's? Und he grabbed me by the crotch, and he threw me out the window. Well, that was darned effective, I thought, as I was passing through. He grabbed me by the crotch, and he threw me out the window. Yes, it seems defenestration works on me as well as you. Everyone together. Just grab them by the crotch once and throw them out the window. A lovely way to get above whatever makes you blue. Just grab them by the crotch once and throw them out the window. It's amazing what a little flick of wrist and arm can do. Grab them by the crotch and throw them out the window. Available wherever violent books are sold. And so we come, limping, happy, beaten, bedraggled, but generally satisfied, to the end of yet another Tobias the Adequate Troubadork show. The red-headed stepchild of the mighty Echidna. I will talk about the, we could do that. Echidna is one of my favorite monotremes. Echidna are like the Irish of monotreme. They're very feisty. We will ponder that and see where we go from there. But I do need to do this because we do live in a capitalistic society, so I gotta do a little capitalism. I'm gonna move over to this side here to keep from poking my eye out with this screen. The tip jar is at paypal.com/theadequate, and for you hip kids who have Venmo at theadequate. I know there's like 4,000 different ways to throw money at each other. These are the two I have. I do have a Ko-fi.com account at the Adequate, but no one seems to use it, so I'm not too worried about it. I want to thank Eric and Robert and Rick and Emily and Miranda for tossing some cash in the tip jar there. For those of you who want to support Adequacy in a more long-term way, I would direct you to patreon.com/theadequate. And yesterday I got a brand new Patreon patron, so I want to welcome Cascudo into the crowd, along with Linda and Ann and Stephen and Robin, Alicia and Relly and BK and Kaylee and Richard and John and Brian and Lorene for being my Party On, Party Down Patreon patron peeps. The way this works is that they commit to throw in a buck or two in the tip jar on a monthly basis, and in exchange for which they get previews of songs. They get to see what this whole thing looks like from my perspective. They get some graphics that I've gotten up, the $5 and higher, they get ebooks, they get physical books. The $10 up level is the You're So Dang Smart, You Write Me Something level, where you actually get to tell me to write a song, and I have to write it, and then I have to perform it. The $2 a month level is also the world's cheapest advertising budget, as you see this crawl going past me here, coming from this way, that way. We have a few folks who have taken advantage of that, and if you are giving me $2 or more, you can tell me to promote your product, your service, your company, your website, whatever, and I will put it in this crawl right down here. Also, yes, Carpe Diem Comics is the official emotional support comic shop of Tobias the Adequate and anything else we do here. Anything that I get in through those two means of tipping and support goes directly into the show, which is why it is I have now a light. I got a circle light, so I must be a live streamer. I have a nice camera, which is surprising because I didn't think we'd be able to find those. I've got a little button box here full of buttons. I can change screen like that, which takes me, ow my eye, which takes me over here to the archives page, which is facebook.com/Tobias the Adequate and or twitch.tv/Tobias the Adequate. YouTube.com/MPLEGARE is my YouTube page, and there's a Troubadork playlist there, which is almost caught up. I try to keep that up on a week or so. So, that is all of that. Well, JD, I tell you, the big key here is that I set the bar really low. And I think that's important, because if you set the bar low, it assures clearance. One of the folks who watched the Tobias the Adequate Magic show gave me that, and I will thank that person. That is one of the most valuable pieces of wisdom I have gotten. Along with, if you're gonna eat fire, you can't start at the small end and work your way in. That's a very important piece of advice. As Marek, generally don't eat fire. I'll tell you what it tastes like. It tastes like burning. And spousal confusion, fear, and disapproval. So, having gotten all of that out of the way, we will continue to do this on a regular basis, about 4:30, Monday through Thursday. Back when everything was much more tightly buttoned down, Friday was the day that we would go out into the world and do things. It's changed some, and so we actually can go shopping like on the weekends like almost normal people, albeit with face masks and stuff. But Monday through Thursday seems to work out pretty well. And we'll carry on until such time as the numbers are safe enough for us to go back to our regular businesses, in which case this will probably become a weekend thing. Of course, if that's the case, I'll also be pitching very hard to come out and do this dumb stuff out there where people gather. And we'll see how that works out. Conventions, fairs, festivals, what have you, randomly accosting people, because playing music and being silly has been a big help to me, and I hope that I have helped y'all get through this madness as best we can. And I think that's about it. That really is it. There's only one The Adequate, which is nice. I'm really surprised that it wasn't taken beforehand, to be frank with you. So we will do this again tomorrow. Tomorrow, last week I did a whole bunch of brand new original songs, so I've actually got some leeway here. Tomorrow may be a greatest hits. Thursday may also be a greatest hits, and that's okay. I did a new song yesterday. I think it was yesterday. Yeah, yesterday. "Victim of Physics," which is a brand new blues tune. And I've got some other songs that I'm working on, and basically I'll do them when I figure out what they are. Well, thank y'all for hanging out with me. I appreciate that. Be good to yourselves. Be good to each other. Support your local geek stuff where you can. Even if it's just like, getting like a $3 or $4 gift card. Or whatever the lowest denomination is. Because you can stack those up, save them, and that's a present to your future self. Think about that for a minute. Alright, that's everything, I think. I think we've cleared this out. Anchor.fm/theadequate is where you'll find the Red Necromancer thing, Maverick. I actually caused Maverick to utter what is now the official 47th goddammit Laguerre incident in 2020, when he said, "How dare you come up with a term that sums up my entire existence, which has been eluded me for 40 years. Some days you just kind of stuff just occurs to you. It's the same reason I got Troubadork up here. It just covers a lot of territory and saves you on the typeface." I'll stop talking like that now. So y'all have been wonderful once again. I have been Tobias the Adequate, and I thank you all for encouraging my behavior. I will see you next time.